In this screencast we are going to see how to create a virtual machine. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is how to create a Ubuntu virtual machine. I'm using VMware workstation for creating virtual machines. So I go to file, new, virtual machine, click on next. I choose the typical configuration. I say it's Linux, and you choose Ubuntu on the drop down box. I'm using Ubuntu 64-bit since mine is a 64-bit uh, operating system. Click on next. The previous screen was giving it a name and what is the location where your virtual machine is going to sit. Now click on next. Now this page, this option basically tells you to use the network settings. If you use bridge networking, you can use the network settings of your existing operating system and you'll be able to access the internet. So I'm leaving it by default. Click on next. Now this page basically tells you what is the amount of disk capacity that we need to allocate for the virtual machine. So let me leave it as 8 GB, and I'm not allocating the disk space now. Now split disk into 2 GB files is mainly used for performance purposes. I'm not going to choose that either. I'm going to say finish. So now this will basically create a virtual machine for me. Now in order to boot my virtual machine, I go to edit virtual machine settings and I choose the location of my ISO image. So basically what we are going to try is we are going to load the image directly here. Now that's the location of my image file, and that's Ubuntu 8.4.1. I click on OK. uh, let me just browse for it. Click OK, and now I'll start the virtual machine. Click on start virtual machine. Now this is an information that shows up if your processor speed is more than 2.5 gigahertz. You can just ignore it for the time being. Just click OK. This is a known error that comes up if you don't have a floppy disk attached. For the time being, let's click the default, and now my virtual machine starts. Let me just expand this a bit. Okay, now you have the option of installing the virtual machine, or you can use the ISO image directly. So let's look at the first option. It takes some time for initializing the kernel. Now if you could see an icon over here which says like a CD-ROM, it it turns green, means we are trying to read from the virtual CD-ROM, which is basically the ISO image that we have loaded. We are trying to extract the image, and we are going to go ahead with the installation process. So we can see the location of the ISO image that is currently being used for booting up this Linux. There we have a live ISO image that is loaded currently. So now you have the option of installing the live CD into your hard disk, or you can just go ahead and use the features that are a part of live CD. And that's about installing a live ISO or using a live ISO Ubuntu Linux on your machine. Now if you click on the install option, you can go ahead and install it on your hard disk. So that we will look into how to install an Ubuntu Linux into our hard disk in the upcoming screencast. Thank you.